Kanye West once again breaking records, but this time not in the way he might have hoped to. I'm talking about setting illegal download records, as would-be listeners are apparently flocking to sites to grab his new album, The Life of Pablo, released on Valentine's Day from illicit file-sharing websites like the Pirate Bay, for example. Within 24 hours of the release of his album, there were an estimated 500,000 pirate downloads, 500,000. That number obviously has risen since then, so Kanye is really pissed and is going to meet with his legal team to discuss the possibilities of starting legal action against torrent site Pirate Bay. So the Pirate Bay's response is pretty funny. Here's Spud17, who's a staff member at the Pirate Bay. Kanye West is a blithering twat who has an incredible sense of self-importance. Even diehard fans are saying his new album sucks balls. But as for West suing the Pirate Bay, good luck, Kanye. Okay, Spud17. Strong words from somewhere in Sweden, hiding behind the name Spud17.
Most awesome quote I have ever heard come out regarding Kanye West.
Some could say that, definitely. So, look, it's very common for highly anticipated albums to be streamed, or not streamed, but put up on these illegal downloading websites, like the Pirate Bay, for example. But I think it's happening on such a massive scale with The Life of Pablo, because Kanye West has obviously been hyping it up. B, it's Kanye West, so everyone wants to hear it. And C, the fact that he decided to make it exclusively on his own streaming site, Tidal, not his, but he owns a stake in it. And I think for that reason, people obviously took to these sites much more than they would have normally.
I mean, you're absolutely right. Look, Jay-Z's Tidal that West does own a major share of. He wants everybody to buy his music digitally, exclusively from Tidal. Look, do people buy digital music anymore? Can't you just get everything on YouTube? I mean, I YouTube everything I do, so I can't imagine ever buying digitally. But the man's $53+ million in debt. He clearly needs the money. That quote was hilarious. An incredible sense of self-importance. Is that a way of calling him a narcissist? I mean, I don't know. It was beautifully put. Look, good luck.
At the same time, though, I mean, it's like, sorry, Kanye, but we're talking about your album here. Meanwhile, you know, let's look at everything else that's being streamed, ripped off of the Pirate Bay, right? Software, films. I think his album is just one tiny drop in the endless sea of illegal downloads, right? And I think he's just really pissed off because he expected, if we think about how Kanye sees himself, okay? He just expected to come out and say, everyone subscribe to Tidal, right? Go on here and everyone's gonna do it. And the fact that he hasn't seen, he hasn't seen the kind of success that he wanted. He's really pissed off now, but he has to realize that everyone is ripping stuff off the Pirate Bay. It's not just him. Although at the same time, he is losing millions of dollars. So does he have grounds to sue them?
I mean,
they're going to try, but
the way that Pirate Bay operates, you know, the international aspect of it, you know, we've talked about this before, you know, the Swedish aspect of it. So it's really hard to prosecute even piracy in the U.S. because if it's internationally done, that's an incredibly hard thing to do to get money out of that, first of all. But secondly, you know, the man is so far in debt. Wasn't he asking Mark Zuckerberg for money?
Well, I think like everyone else.
How can he afford to sue?
I think everyone's just confused and has no idea what he's talking about. Like 1 second he's like, I'm $53 million in debt, and then he's like, yo, I'm rich though, I can buy furs and stuff for my family. And then he's like, Mark Zuckerberg, give me $1 billion. I think everyone's a little confused on
how much money do you have. But look, you can understand why he would want to protect his music, protect his work. I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? But
I don't think this album sucks balls, by the way, Spud17, whoever you are out there in Gothenburg, Sweden or something. I think it was a really good album, and I love it.
Did you buy it on Tidal?
No, but I listened to it, and I have to say it's a really good album. It's just a shame to see it kind of like flop for reasons that have nothing to do with the film, the actual music itself. You know, it's like Kanye West coming out with his like most recent rants, and then his Twitter meltdowns, and then everything kind of combining and like making this perfect storm for this album to like kind of just not have the kind of success that he wanted, and it's sad. But the Pirate Bay is definitely not new to being the target of legal actions. They've been sued many times. They've been, you know, people have attempted to take them down, but they're still around today. And apparently people are streaming The Life of Pablo, and let's see if Kanye West is actually going to follow through and take legal action against them.